everyone's feeling the weight of the world these days. You know, we're so divided. And I thought it was really interesting. I listened to an interview. Somebody asked you about if somebody had crossed the line. And you had a really interesting perspective because you had said, I don't understand that concept because on either side of the line, people believe firmly in their position. And I would love for you to expound on that a little bit and let me know your formula for being more civil and for bringing back civility that I think that regardless of our political affiliations, regardless of our differences, we're all kind of craving right now.
I think we're experiencing the effects, the second system effects of a technology that was amazing when it first came out, but we didn't yet fully understand. And namely, that technology is digital media, right? Social media, the internet, etc. You also get constant news and politics all the time. I even remember saying this to somebody the other day. I was like, when did we start leading every conversation with politics? I know when I was growing up, we didn't do that. And I know I grew up in South Africa, but even when I first came to the US, long before The Daily Show, long before anything, when I first came to America, I was like 20 years old. I took my first trip to come out to the United States. I remember meeting people. No one spoke about politics, genuinely. People spoke about people things. How are you? How are your kids? Where are you from? Oh, me too. Oh, you played that sport in school. Oh, did you see the game? Oh, what a game. Do you see this? And I think we've taken for granted how those little stitches created the tapestry of societies that we now take for granted today, because you start with the things that connect you. If I talk to a child today, I don't say to them, oh, did you see what happened in Congress? I don't, because I know that they didn't see it, and I know that this won't connect me to them. So what do you say to a kid? Most adults, you go, how's school? What are you doing in school? Oh, what's your favorite subject? Oh, yeah? And are you watching anything fun on TV? What's your favorite TV show? And they'll be like, I don't watch TV, I watch YouTube. Oh, yeah, who do you like on YouTube? They'll be like, Mr. Beast. Oh, who's Mr. Beast? You don't know Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast is the great. And you talk to them at their level, and you discuss what they're experiencing as a human being. I find the thing that we've been robbed of, unfortunately, because of this instant connectivity, is that we all start with the thing that's the most divisive. And most politics is divisive, but the one thing that I feel genuinely isn't divisive is just being a human being. If you start with human first, you're more likely to get to a place where you can discuss complicated issues. Once we start with the thing that contains no humanity, I think it's a lot harder for us to find a place where we don't feel overwhelmed. So, my honest opinion, as my Gen Z brother would say, is touch grass. Yeah. That's what he says. Yeah, he goes get off your phone, touch grass. Don't form your opinions based on what you're reading. Don't form your opinions. You will think the world, we even say this confidently, the world is more divided than ever. But I'll be honest with you, when I'm in the airport, we're not all punching each other. When we're in the supermarket, people are moving their carts out of the way for another person as they come by. You know, people are sheepishly moving something that was blocking somebody else in an aisle. I don't think we are as divided as we think we are, but I do think our divisions are being amplified more than they ever have been. And I think that's a really difficult position for society to be in.
I know. It's a little bit getting off social media and just trying to connect with people. Yeah. And then we're going to have a group discussion about who the heck Mr. Beast is, because I have no idea after this.
You really don't?
No, I really don't.
Wow.
All right. But we don't have time for that, because I got one more question.
Now I see why the kids call you Boomer. Wow.
All right. Yeah, I know. I'm a Boomer. All right. Their favorite Boomer for 4 years now. Okay, before we get to our speed round, which I hope you know how to do a speed round better than Coach K. He doesn't know the definition of a speed round, but he was great, though. But before that, I love, though, in addition to just getting out there and connecting on things that all connect us, rather than talking about the daily news cycle, which we're all going to do when we leave here, get to know your neighbor, like we used to do.
Here's a fun one. The next time you're in, try this, and I know this sounds crazy, try this. The next time you meet somebody new, or even people that you are generally familiar with, start with the question, what is the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in school? I know it sounds crazy as a start of a conversation. Hey, Brad, nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you, James. Hey, man, what is the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in school? Even if the person doesn't really answer it, I promise you're going to connect in a different way than if you went you see what happened in the news? No, don't start with that. I'm not saying don't talk about the news. I'm just saying don't start with the news, and you'll see how we just soften the edges a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to find out backstage the story of Trevor, and it's the most embarrassing moment at school, and I'll report back. But before we get to our speed round, you also have talked about on your Netflix special, everyone see it, it's so good, we're not going to ruin it, it's just one story. But you told this story about how you deal with sort of the heaviness of the weight of the world, and by reference to these World War I soldiers who were fighting in the trenches.
Yeah.
Would you mind terribly telling these people that story and sort of what you brought away from it?
Oh, you see, it's funny. I think it ties perfectly into what we're talking
Yeah.
about.